Hi, Saruanan. Welcome to another episode of Ingwalo, Labalobi, proudly brought to you by Deb3 Events, your partner in lighting, sound system, and studio recordings. Today, this episode is for people who want to get work done. It's not for lazy people. This one is for people who want to fix their lives. People who want to look at their lives and reflect and work on certain things and achieve their goals. So if you are that person, please help me welcome Usis Glory Shekinah Moyo. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So I'm a I'm a fan of the latest book. I really feel like it was written for someone like me. When I started flipping the pages, I was like, nah, man. I wanna this person.
Yeah.
Because it's like ngano wegi mazoti enj. Ngifuna ukubhala ibook for you.
Yeah.
What will you want me to say? And then I said, please say this, please say this, please say this. And then you went and wrote that. I really, really love the second edition Yama books.
Thank you so much. I've heard that a lot.
Uh-huh.
People keep telling me, Utona, like um the difference between the first book and my second book is like that's when I was intentional.
It does sound like you really wanted to. You were targeting someone. You were
Yes.
targeting some people. I'm a
Yeah.
victim of that. I was
Yes.
targeted.
At least now I know the mission accomplished.
Siyabonga, siyabonga. I think we can really use books like that. We can really
Yes.
use books like that where someone just sits down and you write something that people resonate with.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Maybe to kickstart, tell us about your writing journey. When did you discover that you're a writer, and when did you start writing, and why did you start writing?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let me start by introducing myself to
Okay.
those who do not know me, and then I take it from there. Well, my name is Glory Shekinah Moyo. I am a wife. I am a mother to three beautiful kids, and I'm a born again Christian. And I think my life, nje alone, it's a testimony. It's something because when you look at my books, I write about what I encounter in life, my daily struggles, what I overcome, and I think my second book, "Oh Girl, Get Up and Lift Your Purpose," I think I wrote not I think I know I wrote that book whilst I was pregnant with my third born, and there were days whereby I was like, I should have done better. I should have done this and this. I should have achieved this and this by now. And I was in that. I was seeking all levels of life in my finances, in my body, my health. All around I was sick, and I was like, so there was this time where I was sleeping, I think it was around 10, and I was like, there's this little voice that said, girl, get up and lift your purpose. I was like, okay, now, because the first book and the second book, they are 7 years apart. So I was
Okay.
like, girl, get up and lift your purpose. Girl, get up. I'm like, you know what, I'm writing another book.
Okay.
Now, yeah, that's how that one was birthed. And my journey in writing, I've always been a literature lover. I
Okay.
don't know.
Is it?
At school, I think the first book that made me realize that you know what I love books was Posage. Now you know my age. Now you know my age. Okay, I think I was in
Yeah,
Form
that one is a
One.
betrayal.
I think I was in Form One or Form Two,
Okay.
whereby we read Posage at school. And I'm like, you know what? I love books. I joined the library, and I was always that girl with the thick Daniel book. In an ET, I was that girl reading A.M. Chauvin. I was always been that girl. I love books, but when I realized, what man. I want to also write. I did Uncertainty of Hope by Valerie
You
Taguire.
did that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you know my age for sure. I think I was in A level. We did
I did that one
Uncertainty.
too.
Yes. We
Okay.
probably at the same age. Uncertainty of Hope. That book. Oh my God. I'm like, you know what? I want to write. you know, uncertainty of hope, it is that book that made me realize, you know what, I want to be an author. And I just fell in love with that book. Recently, I think I reread that book. I think it was a year ago. Uncertainty of Hope. Guys, that book is like, I don't know, it made me fall in love with writing, the process. And yeah, I think I've said a lot.
Uncertainty of Hope is a very powerful book because it tells a woman's story.
Yes.
It was so emotional.
It was. And I feel like, you know what? I also have a story to tell. And that is how I birthed Journey to Recovery. Because Journey to Recovery, I think I started writing pieces of it when I was still in school, but I didn't know
Okay.
how to put it together. You know, like that. How do you even publish a book? I didn't know back then. How much is it to publish a book? And it was just a lot. And then I left it like that, just pieces of old Journey to Recovery. Then years later, that's when I really figured out, you know what, there's someone out there who really needs Journey to Recovery, because I write about healing, is self-love, and in mental health. I felt like, okay, someone needs to hear my story so that they can be inspired as well, because in mental health is one thing that maybe now people are now talking about it, but back then, I think 8 years, 10 years ago, people were not talking about it. People were just like suffering in silence, depression. People were not coming out and saying, you know what, I'm depressed. Because my story is, it's I was sexually violated when I was 11 years old. And yeah, that is each journey to recovery. And then I think I was in Form 2 when I gave my life to Christ. And that alone, my healing was a journey. I didn't say there was a particular time whereby I say, Tona, okay, now I've healed. But from that particular time whereby I think I was in Form 2, then up until I was in A level, it was just a journey, a series of things that I was going through. So, Journey to Recovery, it's a workbook. Ukuthi, how do you get from a place of depression to a place of healing? A healing is a journey, so that one needs to take. So, like, you know what? I need to write to Journey to Recovery. And that's how it was birthed. And I just felt like someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear with Kokwana. You don't need to suffer in silence. You need to get up and get things done. You need to do it for you, not for anyone else. So that's how Journey to Recovery was birthed. And I just love it. Journey to Recovery, even if I write 10 more books, but Journey to Recovery, it will remain sincere to my heart, because it was, I felt like it's a wake up call, man. People need to hear what you can get into this place what I've healed now. You don't need to suffer in silence, you know. So yeah, that's how Journey to Recovery was birthed. And yeah.
And thank you so much for being comfortable to share that at some point in your life you once went through sexual harassment.
Yes.
And there's something that you also said in between, ukuthi people need to know that such things happen, and then it's okay to then get up and do
Yes.
something.
Yes.
One thing that I've realized when it comes to women or young girls, sexual harassment is something that is difficult to even tell someone.
Yes.
If when somebody does something to you, first, I used to be one of the people who used to judge when someone starts talking about it. I mean, 15 years later, to say, so and so once did ABCD, and people were like, no,
Why are you
why
coming
were you
out now?
silent all along and
Yes.
everything? But then it takes you to be in that particular place
Yes.
where somebody's doing something and you are not comfortable with it, and you struggle to even tell someone that you're so close
Yes.
to.
Yes.
And we still have that, the stigma. We are open to people telling us, ukuthi, no, I went through ABCD, but then I feel like we still haven't come up with a way of making those people feel like it's really okay, it's really
Yes.
okay, and we need to be there to help them on their journey to recovery. And
Yes.
I think that this book is very important. Now I understand why you like it. I do. I
Yes.
understand why you like it. Um, Now that you are in the book space, you have written your first book. how do you go about the publishing, since you're saying you barely knew anything? How do you
Yes.
then get published, and what are the challenges that maybe you faced?
All right. So now it's just I was fresh from doing EA level and stuff, and I had bits and pieces of Uban Ugenet recovery. Nothing was finalized yet. I think I had 3 or 4 chapters by then. But Kongani Wuti, I don't have money. How do I publish this?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
money
well,
part.
how do I publish? I don't even know anyone who is a publisher. So it was hard for me. Even by that time, even Google, test you can just Google who is a publisher in Blawayo. Back then it was different. Yeah, yeah, bona. It was different by that time. So I just left it like that. Then I had to move to SA, and
Okay.
Lako, I met my pastor then was also was a publisher and an author. So I'm like, okay, now I was at the right time.
Things were
Yes,
aligning.
things were aligned. I'm like, you know what? This is a confirmation, girl. You have to write your book. And I want to thank him because he's one person who helped me publish Journey to Recovery, Faithland Publishers. They published my book. And yeah, I think from that alone, it was just a confirmation to, you know what, you need to write. So I just want to thank him because really, if it wasn't for him, I wasn't going to be able to publish with Energy Recovery. And I just loved the process yakona because he made things easy for me. Yeah. So that's when I was like, you know what? I want to have a publishing company as well so that I can be able to actually help other authors ukuthi wona bebe access to it. Because now,
Publishing.
yes, because when I was looking with ama prices, I was in SA by that time. I was looking up and they were charging like 15,000 rand. And I'm like, what? So much money. And how many books will I have to sell to recover my money?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's always the
that
question. That one is
yes.
a tricky one.
Yeah, if a publishing company is telling me ukuthi I have to pay 15,000 to publish a book, and then how many copies am I going to sell for me to start making profit? Yeah, and no amount of money can khona kuyani ukuthi people tell you I ibhuku lakho liyadura and stuff like that. Guys,
Ayadura amabhuku, guys.
ayadura. But now, and people don't realize khona khonapha yabungayenzi so much, yabungayenzi profit eningi because now there is time that you have invested. There is money that you have invested for you to have your final copy. Imali yabisebenzile.
It's a
It would
lot.
be a lot. So, but I just want to thank him. Guti, he helped me to get into the industry. Yeah, we are my books, and I just loved it.
Okay, so fast forward 7 years later, did you use the same publisher?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Girl Get Up. I published 3 publishing company. I'm with the creators publishers. So yes.
Okay.
I
So
stopped writing. I didn't think what I was gonna write another book. Like, you know what? Maybe I had one book in me. You know that's I would think I was in a writer's block like for 7 years. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna write another book. You know what? But that day, that I felt like maybe in me, kwakulo journey to recover kuphela, maybe I don't have anything else to say. But I'm a speaker. I love speaking. I'm a transformational speaker. Speaking is what I do. Speaking is what I love. So if you see Guti, I just had to write another book. I just had to. So that faithful
and you
day.
gave us what we just needed.
Yes. And I felt like, you know what? I have to. When a little voice said, girl, get up. Like, you know what? Girl, get up.
You did.
I did. I did. And then here is girl, get up and lift your peppers. I just love it.
Okay.
Because I feel like I poured myself even more than Journey to Recovery. Yeah.
All right. So you have mentioned that you are a speaker too.
Yes.
And I want to find out how has been the journey. Yeah, public speaking. I would like to believe you do motivational speaking. You don't just
Yes.
speak. You
Yes.
speak to change lives.
Yes.
And how has been the journey so far?
Well, it has got negative and it has into
Yeah, yeah,
lama
yeah.
negatives and lama positive. People like, oh, you motivational speaker, really? Of course, motivator in.
What
People
have
have
you
got, yeah.
achieved?
What that's the thing. What have you achieved? Yeah, bona.
What's there
But
to motivate
yes,
us?
but it was space any giso sona. It's I speak about how people want to transform their lives. People want to say, I want to get up from being in depressed. I want to get up from throwing myself at my pity parties. People want to say, yes, I've messed up a life in, but it is time for me to get up and do better. My past failures, they don't define me. I'm not a victim, but a victor. I'm speaking to those people who they have lost hope in life. They have given up. You know what? Maybe life is success in yabanye abantu. I'm speaking to those people you don't need to throw in the towel. You need to get up, unleash your purpose. There is more to you than what people may see.
Okay. Now, saying you audience, and now when I am on the podium, now I'm learning, and I'm like, okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for that. So, I want us to talk about your books, the things that you write about, because I like that we are already informed. I can see
Informed.
we have entered the
Yes.
space where now we are really talking to people.
Yes.
I want you to talk to our audience and talk to them the way you talk to the readers here.
To the readers.
Yes. First, I want us to talk about the first. Is it the first chapter? The one that says "Get it done."
Yes.
So while I was reading that, there's a part where you really what is it called? Ukuqala umuntu.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like
To provoke.
You are really provoking. Like your first chapter is just meant to provoke someone,
Yes.
because there's a part where you talk about how we like making excuses to say, "Oh, angla mali and I'm unemployed. I'm still looking for a job. I haven't found a job yet, or this job is not yet paying me, but I feel like if I keep going, then they will start paying me. Then I'll do what I wanted
Probably I
to
would
do."
yes.
Yes. So I was reading that and I was like, the nerve to provoke us.
Yes.
Let's talk more about that.
I think fellow go get up, unleash your purpose. The whole book, I'm just provoking you. I'm just provoking. I'm a reader. Zutona, get up, because do you know what? It's so easy to make excuses.
Yeah, it
It's very
is.
easy. What you have you know what? Angina malokata uting a town in your doom savings. Angela, it's so easy to make excuses. And before you know it, do you know everyone has got the same amount of time? But what you do with that time, it's what matters. We can have 24 hours, sonke siyi-2. And at the end of the day, I could have made $10 or $20. And when you would have the same amount of time, but still have nothing. It's a decision. What do you want to do in life? Do you want to remain in the same place that you were yesterday, or you want to get up and do something about your life? You know what, in life, I've gone through the worst,
You
but
say
I'm
so
still
in your
standing.
book.
Yes, I've gone through
Yeah,
the
the way
worst.
you keep emphasizing
I've
you've been
gone through the
most.
worst. But you know what? It doesn't define me. It's a choice. Yo, guys, I was sexually violated when I was 11 years old. Yes, so vele mina. What? It doesn't change anything. It doesn't. For you to remain in that place, you will remain the rest of your life. So like and sikuzwela foot. Sithi hawu bantu glory phela liyakwazi uthi 11 years
Yeah,
yabona,
sure.
and still not achieve anything. Yebo, 1 meter at teenager. Yes, we have seen that, but what are you doing with your life now? That's what counts. Yabo. So in the pity party, no one is coming to save you. Thina sabe sibuya sizoku-check-a ama-message kuphela sikutshela ukuthi sure, be better. Yeah, you know what, take heart, kuzalunga. Thina abanye siqhubeka ngelife yethu. So you need to
That's
make a
deep.
decision. Yes,
That's
you need to
deep.
make a decision. Do you want to remain in this place, or I want to get up and do something with my life? It doesn't matter what you have had a divorce. It doesn't matter what wona ubani uthini ngawe. But what matters is how you see yourself, how you view yourself. If I view myself as a failure, ngizaba failure vele. If I view myself as a win, I'm going to win. It doesn't matter how many times I fall.
Starts in the
Yes,
mind.
it starts in the mind. It doesn't matter how many times I fall. But what matters is how I get up and get things done.
That's deep. That's deep. And I think a lot of us sit in the one down in this life. This year, you have the same pattern
Yeah.
eyenzakala empilweni yakho January to December. You are still counting on at some point I'm gonna do ABCD.
Yes.
At some point I'm gonna do ABCD. But you realize next year that
Yeah.
even last year
We were saying the same
this
thing,
is the
yeah.
same thing that you wanted
Yes.
to do, but you actually didn't do it.
What have you achieved now? Since we 8 months, since we 8,
It's 10.
it says 10. I said it says 10.
Yeah.
What have you achieved? You said you're gonna do 1, 2, 3. What have you achieved yet?
She was wangikhumbuza
What have
somewhere.
you achieved? You know what? In 2 months' time, sivali, next year I'm gonna do this. In next year, zaphela futhi saying the same thing. It's a decision. Do I want to remain in the same place or I have to shift? So yeah.
Yeah, we can write our goals down. We can have
It's so easy to write my goals. It's very easy. I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go back to school. But longer, it doesn't matter. What matters is for you to get up and get it done. Loko ukuthi yengiza, ongiza.
And I like the part where you also talk about ukuthi for you to achieve something, you gotta lose something along
Yes.
the way. Like you have to lose.
Yes.
It's either whether you lose family or you lose friends or you lose certain opportunities, you
Yes.
pick them over the others. At the end of the day,
Yes.
you gotta, because I think some of the excuses that we make for not going for what we want, we make them out of the things that we think we might lose
Yes,
when we are
yes.
getting on that journey. For example, let's say you have kids and then you want to do something and then you start thinking about okay, let's say maybe it's a scholarship to go abroad. Now you start thinking about the
family
kids
and yes.
and everything.
But the thing
like
is,
that.
as ukuthi, one thing I've realized ukuthi life in and if you are not willing to lose anything, then you are not ready for it. You have to be uncomfortable.
Ouch.
You have to be uncomfortable with being comfortable. As it's so easy ukuba comfortable njani. Uhlale esofeni labana obutshintsha ama-channel. It's so easy. It's so comfortable. But the reason why you have to be uncomfortable. Which no man, I don't have to be comfortable with being small. I have to lose certain things. I have to lose ukuthi kokona ngibe ngisidla into engizifunayo. You know, no one likes eating certain foods, but because you know the goal, because you
Yes,
know where you
yes,
want to go in
yes.
life, you have to lose certain habits. Because kunama habits, if you want to win in life, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do things that are not productive in life. So you have to lose certain habits for you to get to where you want to be. You have to sacrifice certain things. You have to sacrifice certain friends. I cannot be hanging around with umngani wami 24/7. It's clearly lapho we're gossiping about other people while his life is going. So you have to lose certain things in life to get to where you want to be.
I like the part where you talk about that in your book about how everyone who's around you has a certain influence.
Yes.
And the more you hang around those people, the more you are likely to become them.
Yes.
So
It's very true.
yeah, but then sometimes we hang around people by default. We don't pick them. You just
We don't. But even if you are in that circle, be the positive. Guys, we have to get somewhere. Not we have to think big. If we know I'm attached to certain people in life right? But it's us inspire them to do better. Inspire them. If we're a group of 5 friends, right? If sonke sicabanga in this level, if when you cannot change your friends, change the way your friends think, at least. So that if we want to go to Dubai, so that we don't remain the same. Ungabona wena so uyibo abatshintsha wena, then there's a problem. Uyabona, so yeah, aspire others to do better in life so that if you're in a circle of friends whereby all you do is talk about other people, then you've got a problem.
we live for gossip though.
Live for guys.
We live for
We live for
gossip.
gossip. Yeah.
Gossip is who we are.
Is who we are.
It's a part of our identity.
Identity, guys.
Like, have you realized, Uguti, gossip is everywhere? You go elokishini, you go emsikeni, there's gossip.
People are gossiping.
You rise up and go to the corporate space in big offices and
People are
fancy
gossiping.
suits. Like it's
People do. I beg to differ, but it's okay. It's okay.
okay. Maybe moving on. Let's talk about the power of restarting. Restarting and refocusing. There's a chapter where you talk
Yes.
about
Ooh.
how. Okay, I would like to read this one.
Okay.
It says, although no one can go back and make a new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending.
Yes.
I really found that powerful.
Yes. You know, it's people think when you are restarting, you're starting from zero. No, you're starting from experience. You know okay, what didn't work and what works and what didn't work. Okay, lapana business yami fail at that point. Okay, when I'm starting over again, when I'm pressing the reset button, I'm no longer starting backwards. Okay, lana amagono area. If I'm doing business, let me not give people on credit. Now you know which one. Okay, now I don't have to do this. If because no abafana bayamithisa girl now because yunjani usuke usudlule ku teenage
Usudlule
pregnancy.
khona, yeah,
You have been
yeah.
there. Now you know what usule experience because now when I'm starting over, I know ama do's and don'ts in life in. So people tend to shy away from what I'm starting over, what people will say and stuff. It doesn't matter. You're doing it for you. You have to press the reset button. Don't throw in the towel yet. There is more to life than what people may say about you. Abantu abawunikeza ukudla, guys.
Yeah.
If you think ukuthi bakwazi thona abantu bazokuthini when I'm starting over after after a messy divorce, people will talk. But it's up
they
to you
will.
ukuthi yes, it's up to you to play a life uzibuza uthona what do I want out of life? Ngifuna abantu bebelokhe bengibuthona hey lwana phela ubuya emendweni, hey lwana, it doesn't matter. You start from there. Don't throw in the towel. So I'm just in this girl get up. I feel like I'm speaking to a lot of girls uthona a life in you have given up. Uzitshela ukuthi what as a life in as yafika ku extent and uzothona noma yini because I am now I'm just living life nje so give it up
Yeah,
because
yeah.
sulabantwana bayi-2 so you know what, I'm throwing in the towel. But no, there's more to life. You can still make it even after my bad decisions in life in you can still rise and do better.
Yeah, yeah. Now you remind me of my dear called Tyler Perry's My Dear,
Yes.
the one that says it's okay to fall and admit that you have
Yes.
fallen, but don't stay there.
Yes.
Make sure you get up. I think most of us, or the reason why abantu abanengi they get stuck is because once you face a challenge or you get like a setback, you wanna stay there.
Yes.
For example, you get pregnant, you go out of school and then you start having a kid. Instead of ukuthi umuntu asukume and decide ukuthi okay, now that I have a kid and this is what has happened, I still want to do this. Instead, they want to settle at that level. You now start gathering ukuthi since I now have a kid,
Yes.
what can work for me to adapt in this
adapt.
situation?
You're now settling for less.
Is it finding someone else who will take me and my child and like the statement that we always say, and accept me and my child.
And my child.
Now you are trying to look for, it's the same thing with someone who maybe, let's say you lose your job.
Yes.
And then now you are seated at home. Instead of finding ways of getting back to that level, now suiting umsiga and stuff, you are trying to find
Yes.
ways to adapt so that
adapt.
you stay fallen.
Yes.
But then it's a bit comfortable.
It is. It's so easy to settle for less. Ivali yakho kanti ivali yami isiyehlile. That's the thing. When you get pregnant, or you teenager, feel like okay, maybe my value has decreased. Okay, mina divorce. Now my value has decreased. You now view yourself less. Njengabanye abantu, from other people.
other
Yes,
people.
you now view yourself. But no, man. It doesn't determine your value.
I think we can use more or we can try and adopt ama self affirmations. We lack those. We lack those. That's why when you are so confident and then something happens, confidence, self esteem and everything just drop to zero, and
yes.
you struggle to even go back. Some don't even bother, they just stay there and find ways of adapting.
And it's not okay.
Especially as women.
Yeah, that's why I say, girl, get up.
Especially as women.
Get up. You know, the thing is, I think it's my first. It's in my first. One of the things, like, I was now settling. One of the things that really affirmed me what eating would get up and your peppers. Because when I was young, when I was a little girl, I had dreams. Girl, I had dreams.
Okay.
But as time goes on, my dreams are corner because of people, because of surroundings, because of the environment that I am in now. My dreams are look at dropper. Like, okay, maybe even if I don't get there, maybe if I just get this. You understand? Now I'm settling because of the environment and
settling for what's available.
Yes, settling for what's available. I no longer want to get to where I wanted to go, but because now because of certain circumstances, I know even if ngingasabanga ngupilot wakhona, alright, ithi ngibe ngubani, ngu-air hostess, alright, even if ngingasabanga ngu-air hostess, at least let me start mopping floors. Ngaphi?
I think the same applies even more when it comes to marriage.
Yes.
I'm not married, but I've seen people who would say the women had a certain standard of men that they are attracted to, or that they really want to date, they resonate with. But eventually, the person is married to someone that they don't even have anything in common. They can't even have a conversation or laugh together or spend time together. They can't even have a conversation. No, you try to talk about something, the man doesn't like that, or the man tries to talk about something, the woman doesn't like that. At the end of the day, you are like, so you guys, why are you together? Why are you married?
Exactly,
and then
you're now settling for what's available.
You give up all those qualities that you wanted just so that you can have what the society thinks you're supposed to have at a certain age. Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
life yakwenza unjani, ugcine usettler for what you didn't want because of environment like yona. So girl get up saying to my girl, let's unleash the little girl that was a dreamer inside of us. Let's unleash.
Our dreams, they really die.
They die over time.
And it's not even a women's issue, a men's issue. It's an everyone's
environment
issue.
And circumstances, they make the dreams die.
Okay, so I want us to talk about the chapter where you talk about women.
Women and purpose.
Women and purpose. Yes. I don't know. With women, as we try to chase our goals and as we try to get up and unleash our purposes, there's all this there's all this you know, you gotta date, you gotta
it becomes a lot.
Kids,
I know what I'm gonna say. It may be
thing.
Controversial. I know people are gonna come for me from what I'm about to say, but please don't
please.
come for me.
Say it.
Okay, there's a chapter at the beginning of the book. I know Wuti. Okay, I've been married for this year we're going for 8 years. So
is it?
Yes, I've been married for
congratulations.
Yes,
this year of us don't even last 2 weeks in a relationship.
Okay. I've been married for 8 years to my best friend. But now the thing is, because now when you're married, okay, my married sisters, now that we're married, we get so comfortable. Right, we get so comfortable with the title of being Mrs. We get so comfortable. No, I'm a mother of 3, Pelamina. Now you're taking care of everything else. You're taking care of everyone else, but you neglect yourself. You neglect the dreams that you once had. right? Because now saying you misses, I need to ensure that my husband is well taken care of. I need to ensure that the kids, they go to the best schools. I need to ensure that everyone, my in-laws, everyone else is taken care of. But we neglect the most important thing, your mental health. We neglect the dreams, the vision that we once had. People are going to come for me for this one.
Yeah, the
No, I mean,
mental
I'm not
health
going to
part.
be a talk about, oh, housewife. We now settle for a housewife. You get so comfortable because you're saying bacon, because you're saying this and this and this. We get so comfortable. You neglect dreams that you once had. You neglect, okay, I wanted to do better. I wanted to be better. Abazali bangini bawuhambisa esikolweni ukuthi you now have a degree. It's ilapana, a degree, but you're not doing anything about it. I'm sorry, saying if you're comfortable about being a housewife, but I'm not. Okay, I feel like when God, okay, I'm gonna go biblical, okay,
Yes,
in the
feel free.
Bible, okay, good Eve. I feel like God, Eve was created in a type whereby there was no domestic chores, there was no imganyo gezisa, but God created Eve as a helper so that if vision injan iqhubekele phambili. I don't think ukuthi Eve wayegeza imganu. I don't think ukuthi Eve was a time whereby so kumele abe lokho, they were in a garden whereby everything was readily available. There was no time for her. Utona begets him got ngilindi Adam usayo bizama loksenini. But no, she was made to be a helper. We helper, there is this word that I quickly tongue Eza, I think it's a Hebrew word. Eza.
Okay.
It says she was a helper. Okay. A helper. It's the same thing. When she was there to help. Even vision. Get married to someone who was talking. Okay, if I'm talking about okay, we need to do land surveying. We need okay, the person knows. Okay, no, if visionate you what we want to achieve 1, 2, 3. Get married to someone who was talking. They won't make you your dreams to be crushed. No, because okay, unkosikazi wami needs to do 1, 2, 3. They understand if vision yakho. Don't get married to someone who doesn't understand. Glory Shekinah Moyo is a transformational speaker. When I have to go speak to the girls at a certain school, not like okay, baby, let's go there. Let's make it happen. Not about no. Okay, my dreams wonke sengiphile. Wonke same position because now I'm now married. No. Okay, do better. Okay, don't be comfortable. Ngabantu siba comfortable ngokutshintsha ama-channel. Go.
That one is a tricky one. That one is a tricky one because, yeah, when it comes to marriage, I feel like marriage has revolved
Yes.
from what
Yes.
it was meant to be and has become these different versions
Yes.
that we now have to a point of someone listening to you right now cannot relate ukuthi you have to marry your best friend what because you just have to marry a man who comes seeking for your hand and they are financially able to cater for you, and when you marry that person, whatever they require you to do, you have to submit to it.
Okay.
So even the submission part, I feel like it has revolved to
Yes,
what it meant.
yes.
But then I like how you brought in the biblical women, the biblical marriages. Even if we were to step aside from Eve, you realize, especially when you look at Old Testament, there are so many maids to Old Testament.
Yes.
Someone was married to
Sarah.
someone, but there are so many maids. There are so many house helpers, people who can help
were
with
there,
chores.
yes.
Meaning, ukuthi, the wife
What was she doing?
had a role that needed her to be free from all these other duties. Bengingakaze ngikukhangele njalo until now. When you are saying ukuthi, this whole you being a helper, vision, not the helper of making sure ukuthi he's fit enough for the vision.
Yes.
Now you have a role to play. I think that's the reason why you see ukuthi there are so many maids.
They are there.
Even there are the house of so and so. Then there's always this
Sarah
number
had
of
maids.
maids.
And do you know the reason why most women get so depressed, especially my housewives? Please don't come for me. Especially after my housewives. If the man now leaves you, you get so depressed. Not because they've left, but because they've left with the money.
Awula lapho kokuqalela khona.
Awazi ukuthi uqalele nga. When the man
Yeah.
passes away now, yikho lapho sufuna ucabanga khona ukuthi maybe ithi ngiyovula umsika. Why didn't you do that when he was there? There's nothing better than spending. Okay, it's a discussion for another day.
There are men who say no.
Do you know there's nothing better, there's nothing sweeter than spending imali oyisebenzeleyo?
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah.
Imali was I sweated for this money. So girl, get up, do something. Okay. Never be comfortable with settling for less. Don't be. I know people, what I've said, I know people are going to come for me. Please don't come for me. Please don't shoot me.
No one is coming for you.
I know the statement is very controversial. I know. But please don't come for me.
Okay. Now that we have covered the wifing part of it, I want to talk about the motherhood part of it.
Yes.
Being an ambitious girl who's chasing a purpose and dealing with giving birth, your body becoming something different than what it used to be, and the confidence that comes with
Yes.
it, the need to maintain a certain, I don't know, a certain character in front of the kids, even when we are going through stuff, the needs, the whole parenting, motherhood, and being a corporate woman or someone who's trying to chase.
My dreams.
Yes. There's a part where you talk
Yes.
about how you had to switch your diet, and there's a part
Yes.
where you talk about how
Yes.
you had to
Okay, that's my favorite chapter in the book, birthing position. But before I get to that one, let me talk about the issue of motherhood. Okay, I've got 3 kids and I love them so much. But I want, how do I put this across before mothers come for me? Okay, I love them so much, but there is a but. Okay, I should not give up my dreams because I had kids. Okay. There is more to life than uthokona. They need a mother who is chasing her dreams so that they know uthona it's possible to achieve your dreams. Okay. Yes, I think that's the best way to put it. Uthokona, they need to see a mother uthokona. No man, it's possible to be whoever you want to be because I didn't give up. Okay. When they get to a certain stage, hey, you know what? Maybe I cannot be. I'm like, no, you have to be because they've seen me do it. Okay. Now there is, kids. The funny thing about kids is that, yes, they may listen to what you say, but what you do,
it's what they learn from.
if there was what they learn. When you're a reader, you are raising readers.
Yeah, true.
When you're chasing your dreams, you are raising kids who will grow up and chase their dreams because they've seen you do it. So if you want your kids to do better, to be the best version of themselves,
Act like it.
yes, be the best version of yourself so that they see what man, it's possible for me to be a doctor, it's possible for me to achieve 1, 2, 3. So if you tell them, mntanami, ukubala amabhuku kulokuseni kuqakathekile, you should be a reader, whilst you have never sat down and even read a magazine. How is that even going to help me?
I think that also fits into the statement esisithandayo thina as omama or ebesithandwa ngomama from previous generations to say, hey, umntakazi bana umbona ukuthi yena wenzani, like you wanna use someone else as an example. Why are you not the example?
Okay.
Because I have to learn from you.
Yes.
But if once in a while the example that you are giving me, it's someone who's not here, who's not affected by akahlali ngikhaya.
Yes.
You know?
So okay, mtanami, do this so that people know. Okay, this is where my mom is seeing it from. Okay, mommy is you know what? Being an entrepreneur, was okay, it's possible for someone to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so even if my mom is an entrepreneur and I want to go a different direction, but that example you would hard work, they know what to go. Okay, my parents are giving me basic education about hard work. Okay, back to my favorite. My favorite, I think I wrote that one. like I mentioned, I wrote this book whilst I was pregnant. So, oh my goodness, it was hard. I don't
Okay.
want to lie. I had the most biggest stomach ever, but I had only one baby inside. So I used to lie down on the floor and just change, and I'll shift with the laptop trying to write and stuff. It was, oof. Okay, that was my writing journey of this book.
This is how we got this
Yes, this is how
masterpiece.
you got this book.
Oh my God.
I used to lie down
Such
on
a
the floor.
sacrifice.
Oh my goodness.
It was
So
worth it.
yes, it was. I wrote Ubeth position. I think it was around 10, 11. It was around 11, 12. I
Okay.
just woke up like, no, man, there is a chapter, bathing position. Oh my goodness. I loved it because I made similarities, the process that I was in within life in general, right? So I was saying, Utokwana, when you are pregnant, when you're expecting, not even when you're expecting, when you have the idea, now you're okay, I'm speaking about the married couples. When you have the idea, okay, let's make a baby, right? Okay, everything that revolves around your sex now is different. Okay, there is the thing to, okay, now there is a goal that we want to reach. Now it's no longer about sex, it's about the goal that we want. We now have a vision.
Pregnant.
We now, so I'm saying Tokona, I'm giving similarities of pregnancy Tona. In life. If you do not have a goal, if you haven't written that vision down, you will not know what you're aiming at. So write the vision down. Make it plain. Okay, in year 20, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Once you do not have a vision, it's so difficult for you to reach where you want to reach in life when you do not have a vision out where you want to go. So even the sex is different, that level. Okay, now it's no longer about the sex. It's about what? We're making a baby.
Baby.
When now you have the baby, no, like when now you're pregnant, there are certain things, that changes that you don't. Okay, the excitement part now is idlulile. Now there's reality. There are changes. Your body changes now. Okay, you're gaining weight. In life is similar to that. There are changes. If you want to get to where we want to go, it's not gonna be smooth all the way. Even if you want the baby, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be ready with changes and ala azoba khona life yakho. Uthi okay, if I have to study ebusuku, I have to do it. Those are the changes that I have to make to get to where I want to go to a life in. Okay, now saying lokhu zile, saying pregnant. Okay, even ama habits akho, they need to change.
They
You
need to
cannot
change.
be eating yonke into nje. Ama habits now of a successful person, they need to change as well. You cannot be uthi ngifunge ngale and still have ama habits anje. No, the habits needs to change as well. Okay, even masusiya ekuleba ngale, ooh, I'm telling you, people there babe khona who have yabo kusame what people are going to deliver before you. It doesn't mean that yours is not coming. Okay,
Yeah.
be ready, endure that process, because you know ukuthi okay, mine is also coming. Don't look ukuthi uzibani use oh because umntana ke sescreama ngalo usekhona
The
oh
pressure.
ngale, the pressure. Don't succumb to pressure. Yours is coming. Be in that position of okay, now everything else, the strength and every power that I have to what to dedicate to pushing this baby out, push the vision out. So yeah, that's my favorite chapter. Oh, I love it. You have to get a copy. Oh my goodness. Get a copy and run to a bathing position.
I mean, from how you talk about it, we can all tell this one is your favorite,
It's
and
my favorite.
it's so deep. It's
Yes,
it's
it,
really
it
it's really
is.
deep. It's
It,
really deep.
I wrote that chapter in one night.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay,
I
that's
had that. I
amazing.
just woke up and like,
Heavily
ooh,
pregnant.
I was heavily pregnant by that time. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Okay. Maybe as we wrap up, I want to talk about the space that we are in.
Yes.
You don't write fiction. Your books are inspirational books. They're life changing books,
Yes.
and the industry that you are in is frowned upon by
Yes.
many motivational speakers. I don't know. there's this negativity around people saying, I don't read
Yes,
motivation.
ama jokes akhona like oh I'm
The
a motivational.
memes.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have seen them. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. But I'm in the business of changing lives.
Okay.
You know, there's someone who talk on now would send a message who talk on. I've had ama DMs from from Facebook. Someone told me, you know what? I was going through the most. I was in a point to vele bese ngifuna ukucommit suicide. But reading your book, it helped me. Knowing that I'm not alone. There is someone who have gotten up from a position. It keeps me going. You can say whatever you want to say, but I'm in the business of changing lives. So utona healing someone. Nje. Okay, yes, bakhona odokotela and stuff like that, but healing someone emotionally. Knowing ukuthi you are not going through this alone. I've been there. It doesn't matter what people say this and this about you. But nje, those messages, send a message on, I was going through the most. But seeing your post nje, on Facebook, reading your book nje, even if I get to change 3 or 4 people's lives, then it's okay.
That's a win.
That's a win for me. You can say whatever you want to say about I'm a transformational speaker, about I'm a motivational speaker, but I don't care. I know as long as I get 2 people to read my book and their life changes, then it's okay with me.
That's powerful. This has been a powerful episode. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you so much for
And
having me.
now, you guys know what you pay when you go to see a motivational speaker and listen to them speaking. You pay for those platforms, but you guys are lucky. You got one here. You got one here. And all you have to do is subscribe to our channel so that you keep getting such speakers here on the platform. This has been nice. It has been amazing. I hope that you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. And please, we hope there's still another book in you.
There
Another
is,
book in you.
definitely there is. I was supposed to publish another one in December, but because of maybe next year.
Amen to that. Tina nje sililindele, because
Yes.
after this one, I pray that you become pregnant again and then you write
We
again.
done. We done
No,
making babies.
if you can write such a masterpiece, I feel like this is your strength. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Thank you so much for joining us today. This episode is proudly brought to you by Deb3 Events. If you're having an event, whether it's a wedding, party, and list yakho kuma-service providers, you don't have it, Deb3 Events, I don't know what you're trying to do, because we offer all the services that you require. For more information, contact the numbers that are appearing on your screen. From me, see you on the next episode.